Robert Collier said, "Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out." Today we're going to focus on these two words, small efforts. So often our small efforts are discounted, when in all reality, small efforts can lead to big results. Let's make it practical and take different scenarios that you might be able to relate to. Say you want to get out of debt, but you feel buried and consumed by a load of debt, and you just can't see how you're ever going to be free from it. Your small effort could be to write down all of your debt, and then decide you're going to tackle it one step at a time. You're 42% more likely to achieve your goals and dreams by simply writing them down and looking at them on a daily basis. Once you've discovered your debt, maybe the next step is you stop getting coffee every morning. Or maybe you could bring your lunch to work every day instead of buying your lunch. Then after you master those things, you begin to tackle the smallest debt and work toward paying those debts off. Little by little, one step at a time. You have to be careful not to allow the overwhelming amount of debt to cause you to do nothing, to get paralyzed. You have to break it down, get a plan, and then work your plan. I can guarantee you when you pay off that first debt, you're going to be motivated to keep going toward the next debt. Because when one area gets better, other areas begin to line up and do the same. Maybe you want to have a more positive mindset. Okay, your small effort could be every morning when you wake up, say something positive. I'm grateful for this day. You've got to transform your normally negative thoughts to positive. You've got to have that mindset shift. You have to become acutely aware of what you're thinking. Think about what you're thinking about. Positive people have those negative thoughts too. They just don't talk about them. Your small effort could be to keep your mouth closed when you want to say something negative. That's a good start. Your next step could be to begin speaking out positivity. It really does change your life for the better when you have a positive outlook on life. It's not about what you look at that matters. It's all about what you choose to see. You got to choose to see the good. You've got to choose to see the positive. Maybe you want to get healthier, but it seems too overwhelming. Here's a small effort that you can do. Instead of drinking a gallon of water, start by drinking a glass of water. Instead of going for a 3-mile walk, start by walking to the mailbox. Small tweaks. You don't have to throw out all of the junk food. Just begin to throw out the small amount of junk food, maybe the Twinkies. When you start choosing to live a better life, then your life is going to be better. Here's another one. Maybe you don't like the person that you see in the mirror. Maybe you don't like what you look like right now. Maybe all you see is that extra weight. Maybe what you see are those scars from delivering those beautiful babies. Maybe what you see in the mirror is a failure or someone who's unloved, maybe feeling unworthy. Here's your small effort. Look in that mirror and begin to see someone who, despite all your flaws and failures, someone who is extremely loved and valued by your Creator. You are loved. Maybe you've been walked out on and maybe you've been rejected by others. But you've got to begin to see yourself not as a failure, not as someone who's a victim, but someone who is loved and thriving in life. Look beyond what you see and remind yourself that God approved of you before anyone had the chance to disapprove of you. Start by seeing value. That's your small effort. Start by seeing purpose. That's your small tweak. Stop writing yourself off and begin to love the perfectly imperfect you. Small tweaks every single day. Don't take a day off. You need to be consistent for you. John Maxwell said small actions repeated with consistencies every day lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. Let me encourage you today. Don't live life frustrated. Don't live life overwhelmed. Give yourself a little grace, break down into small steps, and then begin. Listen, you don't have to have it all figured out to begin. Zig Ziglar said, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Here's something you can do today. Stop saying you can't and begin to say, I can. See, a little progress each day adds up to big results. Your life doesn't get better by chance. It's not going to automatically get better. Your bills aren't automatically going to get paid off. Your view of yourself is not automatically going to change unless you do something to make it change. Now, let me make it even a little bit more practical. Talking about small tweaks, small efforts. Do you know that if you read 20 pages a day, you'll read 30 books a year? Do you know that if you keep healthy food in your refrigerator, you'll begin to eat healthy? Do you know if you save $10 a day, you'll have a savings of $3,650 each year? Do you know if you walk 1 mile a day, you'll walk 365 miles each year? If you want to save $10,000 a year, that means you're going to save $27.40 a day? When you break it down, you realize you really can't make excuses. Because if you want to make the excuse of, I can't walk for 30 minutes, then guess what? Go walk for 15 or 10 minutes. I can't read for 30 minutes, then read for 10 minutes. I can't work out for 60 minutes, then work out for 30 minutes. Small steps lead to big results. Why? Because small steps add up over time. Small tweaks really do lead to big peaks. Small habits are so underrated and so underestimated, but they can lead to big life changes. And often what you have to realize is saying yes to one thing means you're going to have to say no to something else. But if you really want to see your life change for the better, start saying yes to the healthy you. Start saying yes to the positive you. Start saying yes to the out of debt you. Set up good routines that work on autopilot so you don't have to make these decisions every single day. Remember, small wins bring big victories. Accomplishments set your day up for success. You don't have to be extreme, just be consistent. Becoming 1% better each day is 37% better per year. The future depends on what you do today. The moral of this story is, go after those small efforts. Remember that small tweaks lead to big peaks. Never despise the day of small beginnings. Don't despise those small efforts. Keep at it, and your life is going to change for the better. I'm April. I'm a Hope Coach, and I hope this has been an encouragement to you today. Until this time next week, I hope you have an amazing day.